if everything goes wrong. But it's a free event, so you won't be getting any money back, so that's just bear that in mind. We already have the DFE, one of our star speakers, is delayed, isn't here, so they might be on this afternoon, so there you go. Great start. So anyway, thank you very much for coming. Also, I wanted to thank all the speakers that we've got coming today, that we'll be talking to. We've got quite an array of speakers. We've got quite a lot to get through, because everybody we invited agreed to come along, even if 2 of them are stuck on a train. And the attendance as well, we put it out there. Within 2 weeks, all the tickets were sold out, so obviously there's a lot of interest there. So my name is Habib Khan. I'm the co-founder and director of Meristem Design. And people say, you know, what is Meristem Design? I always say to them, well, we are a young design company. And they all look at me and they go, young? Really? You're not young? I say, all right, I'm not young. But, you know, we've only been going for 10 years. So 10 years ago, I started this company with another co-founder. My background was I kind of helped kickstart the bike hangers that you might have seen everywhere. We've got some of my old clients. Is that the AV? I'll stand over here. Bike hangers. Essentially, what bike hangers were putting secure. We've seen these steel bread bins that you put on the side of the bins, and you put bikes in there. And I thought, what would be nice after selling that for 7 years? Ultimately, it was a metal box, and I think, what would be nice if we did that, but put a parklet in there. And I've seen parklets in San Francisco. I've seen it in Canada. I've seen it in Australia. So we said, let's do that. So that was our first ever thing, which was the parklet, which is over on this side somewhere. At the top, sorry, I've got to go around. Let me see if I can get a cursor. That was our first ever parklet in Hackney. It went really well. We've done over 350 parklets now, so we're quite a big fish in a tiny, tiny little pond. And since then, we went on to do community parklets. We also, in 2019, worked with the GLA, and again, it was a DFE funded project to do SuDS green screens in schools. This was for this one over here. So the Mayor of London picked 100 of London's most polluted schools. We put the green screens in there, which helped reduce the pollution from the playground. Then in 2020, we did, I don't know if any of you remember, low traffic neighbourhoods, a fantastic project, traumatised us for many years. I don't know if you've ever read about it. It had mixed reviews, shall we say. But we supplied over 1,000 planters with the planting and the watering for the low traffic neighbourhoods. That was kind of kept us going for the COVID days. And then we won we were fortunate enough to secure the GLA contract, again with the DFE to install planters throughout the schools. We also did, we worked with Waltham Forest. I think it was the largest residential SuDS rain garden.
Don't steal my presentation.
Yeah, sorry, I won't mention that. Moving on. And then we talked about school streets in Oval, and they obviously had a hybrid SuDS planter. So we do a variety of things, but the one thing that we have going through it all is green infrastructure, so planting. So whatever we do, it has to have planting going through it. Just moving on. Right. We work with some lovely organisations, local authorities, education, commercial, United Utilities. So this is our sector. It's, again, we provide planting to all of those. Our strength really is horticulture. So this is our background. As I said, it is planting. Our first ever contract was with the RHS. We've got RHS trained staff, and yeah, we work. You know, it's great winning awards with them. We're always on TV with RHS Chelsea. If you ever watch that, we also do RHS now. They do late shows. If you've ever been to RHS Chelsea, they have a live DJ. Joe Wiley was there. I started my raving days at Hacienda many years ago, and I'm now raving at the RHS Chelsea Flowers Show. How times have changed. Our services, we try and do a 360 because, you know, really people want one contractor to do the whole thing beginning to end, you know, rather than passing it on to another supplier and another supplier. So this is kind of our USP, I suppose, that we do everything along the life cycle, which including maintenance. SuDS in schools. My old children's school, when it is in the winter, the green fields flood. So I know personally, that for about 2-3 months of the year, they couldn't use the fields in the school. They had to use the hard surfaces. So I know how important it is to have, to look at this, tackle this area. So this was us. We was our first contract, 2022, again funded by the DFE, Thames Water, and the GLA. I can't be accused of stealing the DFE's thunder because they're not here, so I won't have any objection from them. But it's funded by them. We had to do almost 70 schools, 600 planters, and because of the way the funding cycle worked, we had about 6 months to get them all in before the funding cycle ended. But it was a great success. It was also nice to be recognised by the Flood and Coast Award, and another award here by Sustrained and Syria. Adrian was there. It was a great event, and yes, it's always nice to have these have the recognition. And we kind of thought, if you're going to make SuDS planters, make them fun. So we work with. This is for East Sussex County Council. We work with Ari there. I don't know if Ari's here yet. I don't know if maybe he's not here yet, but. So we did a lot of engagement with the children, and when you ask kids what they want in the school, they go, we want a boat race. It's like, oh great, for a boat race, they have a boat race here. In the middle, you wanted like clouds with rainbows. You've got cascading water flows, bespoke water features. So yeah, East Sussex County Council. We've got Anna here, and you've got Lindsay here, so you'll be hearing from Anna anywhere. I think she's going to pick up this. But it was great working with them on this project. And yeah, it's a great opportunity to use the funding from SuDS to do other engaging features at the schools, because schools just don't have a lot of money. Okay, moving on. So, whenever we do it, we try and put information boards on there, make it interactive, try and educate them on what we're doing regarding to the preciousness of water and how important it is to, to look after it and to conserve it. And when you put these in there, we always put information boards wrap around it. Rain gardens as well. So whenever we do rain gardens, if you can, try and make it interactive, try and put information about what the rain garden is, what the biodiversity it tracks. You can have breadcrumbs around the different rain gardens, kind of showing you different features of the rain garden. And whenever we do workshops, we've done over 200 workshops, probably closer to about 250 workshops for school children. Quite a few of them are free. If they don't have the funding, we'll provide it free of charge, not a problem. And part of the workshop, we have fun fact sheets, so it could be find the plant word in the word search, true or false kind of worksheets, and identifying different plants, plant species. I admit I got one of the questions wrong, so I've got the plant knowledge of an 8-year-old. But it's great, it's engaging, you get some engaging in the classroom. Then we talk about how SuDS work physically, we take them out in the garden. This is Patrick, who may or may not be in the room yet. And Patrick also specialises in edible plants as well. So a lot of the rain gardens and the plants have edible plants. So they use it in the kitchen, which is great. And of course, then it goes on to the fun bits, which is getting your hands dirty. And, our staff love this. If you can answer 10 questions at the same time, this is the job for you. And this is the fun bit of it. So, yeah, whenever we do it now, we always try and include workshops within there. This is something else which, obviously, whenever you're in town, it's one of the biggest issues that we have at the moment is the amount of holes that are dug up. So this might be picked up by Reece. So I'm not going to spend too long talking about this, but obviously this is a great opportunity for us to put rain gardens in there. So this is Lower Green Road, which is in Merton. So this is what it looks like afterwards. So all you can see is a hole in the ground. But what we see is a rain garden. So this is the same location. So if you think, 165,000 holes that are dug up, you could have 165,000 rain gardens, which is what we'd like to do. And then one of the other issues, again, I don't want to go too much into what Reece is talking about, but, a lot of the problems, the barriers of putting a rain garden is having utilities underground. So, we were asked by a client, could you combine the rain garden with a SuDS planter? We're like, yes. In order to do that, we had a bit of a hybrid. So half of it is below ground, so we excavate down, put a planter in there, allows the rainwater to go in, down and up. And, you know, the different places you can put them, whether it's on a high street. This is the high street in Croydon, so you can see, you know, it can go on paving areas. It's only when you go out there, when you go out there and you look at it, you know, when it's raining, you'll see the rain actually disappearing down into the planter and up again. This is another project here. This is in Hounslow. So this is a park, that Redleys Park, which flooded regularly. So we put this hybrid in. You can't really tell. It just looks like a planter, as I said, unless you see the rain actually disappearing down and up. And we use the hydro rock inside of it to absorb the water up. And most recently, we've been doing it in the school. So we did this with Lewisham Council. So we put the hybrid in. You can see where it's excavated at the top right. This school suffered from flooding. You can't see it, but the playground really kind of slopes from right to left, meaning the rainwater come off from the road in through the gates into the school. So we had to create a physical barrier in there, and this was what they did to put the information, to physical barrier to prevent the water from going down and into the school. And this only went in about a month ago, so really pleased with that. Okay, so that's me. Thank you very much. Now, you can have a round of applause. I wouldn't be offended. I would say call it practice for the real speakers that are going to follow me. So you can give them a bigger round of applause.